we made it, and I'm so sorry that we're late. But we're going to have a little bit of extra time today now that I am home here and set up. So I just want to get the app open on a different device so I can be able to see comments and respond to such. Quick note before we really jump into the Chris Watts case files. If you are interested in winning a free brand new piece of jewelry from me, please head over to the community tab page and put up your favorite emoji. I am entering and doing the draw with everybody October 6th. So 1 p.m. Central Time. If you're able to make it, that's great. We'll be announcing the live winner there. Let's just get this one going. I hope you guys are all having a great week. Much love. Hey, Jennifer, I was just thinking about you because we have to exchange some information so that we can do the gift exchange for Christmas that we talked about on the last live. And I'm so excited to do stuff like this with people I've never met. I'm sure it's going to be super fun, and the surprise alone is awesome. So anyways, let's jump back into our Nicole Atkinson's interview with the police. Hello, Susie. I hope you're having a great day too, darling. Okay. So this was page 30. This was right where we left off. So for those that maybe haven't seen or read the interview with Nicole Atkinson, it is available here in a nice big size for you to be able to read. She's talking about the bedding being kind of all over the room, and she didn't know if anything was really necessarily missing, but she recognized that the bed was kind of stripped, and she thought that was a little bit weird. Love the large print, right? It's got to be easier to read for sure. I'm hoping that I'm not going to go too fast for you guys. Because I remember somebody saying, were we supposed to be reading this? And I thought, oh, shoot, maybe I'm going too quickly. I'm super excited, Jennifer. It's going to be so much fun, I'm sure. But we're going to have to figure out a way for us to get each other's information and stuff. So that we can make it happen. I have had a busy day, double duty for me today. Hey, Tracy. Talking about the wedding ring being on the nightstand and that Chris had brought it out. And Nicole Atkinson is confirming that that ring was legitimately on Shanann's finger. Oh, she's talking about the letters of Christopher Watts's um, fans, admirers. I don't know what you want to call it. I've heard more than a few women saying they don't really understand the whole um, writing to a murderer who's, killed 4 people. Hello, Spike. Welcome. What's the wow? What's shocking to you? Oh, slow down a little bit. Yeah. See, I thought maybe even just like on a replay, you can just pause it and read if need be. But yes, I can slow down. Oh, Spike, you're so funny. Love it. Hey, David. Love the Australia accents. They're so cool. Hey, mate. Thank you so much, Tracy, for the info. Due to me having so many jobs, I am not available all the time to do all that research. So I sincerely appreciate it that when a fellow viewer knows something that maybe not all of us know, that you share it. That's awesome. I really appreciate that, girl. Cheryl Lynn. Now, was she one of the letters that was in the original first release where we did see some of these quote unquote fan type people? I want to say must be, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did not fully read all of those letters. I mean, in all honesty, it got a little bit redundant, and I was like, I'm not really interested in what all the women want to say to Chris. I'm interested in the facts of the case and what actually happened and who was all involved and if justice was served for the victims. That's what I'm after. You're not on the wrong channel. Hi, Spike. Oh my. Spike Khaled sides. Kala it sides. That's a really good question and a great conversation to have today on our Wicked Watts Wednesday live chat. And I'd be interested to hear what anybody else that's watching has to say. You're funny, Spike. Sherilyn wrote to him later. Okay, interesting. But please feel free to share your thoughts. As long as you're not going to attack anybody else in the feed, you're more than welcome to say anything and everything you want, no matter if you are pro Shanann or pro Watts, you know? I want to hear from everybody. Everybody is welcome. I have said that many times, but I really seriously, sincerely mean it. Everybody's welcome, and you can say whatever you want, you know? Only out today. Interesting. But does anybody know if there's been some past correspondence that was done? I mean, Yvette said no. Was there anybody else who could verify having maybe read all of the love letter fan letters that were sent to Chris in jail? Was he talking with her too, or not? You know, I love the invisible train, Spike. You're so funny. Invisible trains. Sometimes I could use a train to just run me over, dealing with all this chronic pain. I'm just like, ah. He's revealing what happened that fateful night. Well, I am very curious to see if we're actually going to get the like a different story or the full story, because I feel like there's pieces missing that just, you know, he just really needs to be super forthcoming about and just get it off his chest and tell us what exactly happened. If you don't speak full sentences, Spike, I really don't know what reference you're talking about. It's not, I don't know, what? Shanann went into her office upon arriving home. Yes, that I think we think so, but I think that that was based on the fact that do you guys remember the pre-authorized transaction that went through on the charge account? And there was really no knowing whether or not that was something that was automated, or, well, we never really got the full information to find out if that was an automated charge that happened regularly at a certain time, or if that was a charge that was done physically by Shanann Watts and her own phone. So I think it's been referenced that people think that she perhaps went in, dropped her stuff at the door, went up to her office and did some things, and perhaps, you know, the conversation started, but we don't actually know, right? I mean, the only way that we would ever actually physically know the answer to that question is if we could see the vivid footage of when everything was happening, right? Not necessarily the murders, but the moment that she walked through the door and everything that happened from, you know, 1:48 in the morning until 5:30 when Chris Watts was packing up his truck and leaving, right? He has told multiple stories. That's so true. You forgot about that. Yeah, the hair dye, Morgan. Absolutely. It was it was something that we didn't get the full pieces to the puzzle to find out whether or not that was an automated purchase that was done automatically, or something that Shanann Watts actually physically did, right? I think it might have been shampoo. It was something from oh, for crying out loud, I can't remember the name of that place right now. But I think it was Monet. It was an automated, I believe, and I'm not sure if this is true because like I said, we didn't get all the facts, we didn't get all the pieces to the puzzle, so we don't actually know if that was verified to be something she did or something that was automated. Yeah, Monet, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I mean, that could be any number of things, but I believe it was something to do with hair care. Hello, Vegas chick. The city that never sleeps. I've heard that about Montreal here in Canada. I've never been to either or. That's where her bag was found, in her office. Well, we know for sure that there was bags that were found at the door, right? Her suitcase was in the doorway. She slipped off her flip-flops, and I believe there was her carry-on was also at the doorway. And then she may have brought her purse up to that office, right? Hello, Vegas chick. There were cameras in the house, though, Tracy. There were Vivint cameras, and we know that for a fact by the documents that state that there was excessive movement in the house from about 4:23 a.m. or something like that, was when all kinds of signals came about from movement happening within the home. And they did have the baby monitor camera. They did have cameras pretty much lined out throughout the house, you guys. It was a very much monitored house. But we didn't get to see that Vivint footage. But I mean, we don't even know if there was any of that recovered, because we didn't get all of the case files from, like, we didn't get it all. You know what I mean? We got pieces of it from Weld County, but we didn't get the whole, every single thing they did and every single person they talked to. We got bits and pieces of that. And I think that's why the public has so many questions. Spike, you're hilarious. Yes, Alexa was listening too. Thank you, Vegas Chick. Another good point. There is definitely a lot of information that we did not get to go through. You're so funny, Spike. And I think that we'd have a lot of our questions answered if we could just get some of that footage or some of that information or more pieces to the puzzle, because we just didn't get enough in order to safely say all people are held accountable and justice has been served, case closed, moving on, right? Hence why so many people are continuing to talk about this. Yes, you're funny. Hi, Jean Marie, behind the mask. She knew Chris had been to the pub and no money for her hair dye. I'm sorry, you'll have to say that a little bit more full of a sentence, Tracy. What do you mean? It's super frustrating, right, Susie? Because we don't get to fully see what the investigation did. We see bits and pieces of it, and, it's just not like when they're going to release the public information to the public, I feel like they should release all of it. And that being said, within reason, I don't think that anybody needs to witness the actual crime itself. We all know what happened. We all know Shanann Watts and the girls aren't here anymore, and baby Nico never arrived. I mean, so Weld County definitely knows the full story. Yeah, like there's so much more to this, you guys, in my opinion. Canadian National, Kansas City, Southern Norfolk. Oh my goodness, Spike. Picked up movement, no cams that were according to info I've looked at. Okay, well, I guess maybe perhaps I'm reading a little bit more into it then. I don't know. It's really making me wonder, because having the, notification, in a sense, if you want to call it that there's movement going on, I don't think that, I don't know. I am thinking on my feet here, guys. It's alive, right? I'm thinking that there's just a lot more to this, and it would be nice to have it all to be able to really look at it the way that they got to, right? Us as the public is subject to hearing about these things, but not ever kind of fully knowing whether or not there's been full justice to it, right? Remember the whole conspiracy with the darn cameras, whether it really recorded inside or not, the motherboard. Yeah. No, in all honesty, I feel like that would have had some recording to it. At the very least, you guys, the Alexa definitely recorded it. Their TV was a smart TV. It records when chaos and stuff is happening. And trust me on this because I actually tried it out. I tested it out. Me and a friend whom has a smart TV decided to have an argument one day and see if this whole like hearing about a chaotic situation is really actually going to turn something on. Like we really didn't believe it, so we tested it. And I'm not even joking that as we continued yelling, trying to make it a serious argument, in all honesty, that freaking light turned on that smart TV. And the remote was nowhere near either of us. So I know for a fact that that's the kind of stuff is true. I couldn't believe it. It was a smart Apple TV, and it sure as hell did exactly what all the news people said was going to do. And I was like, what? Like, for real. Well, I actually highly recommend, G. Marie, that you and a friend have an honest fight about something. An honest fight. Leave the TV off, and it has to be serious. You have to sound like you really mean this. And I'm telling you, the way I tested it, it turned on. It is crazy. But I mean, with all the technology and everything being, the big brother and eyes in the skies and all these things like CCTV footage and stuff, it's everywhere. It's on all of our devices. The news already, we were let to know about that by the movie Snowden. He was somebody who had created software to listen in, to view in on people. And that's exactly what happened, is it was getting misused, and somebody blew the whistle on that. So it is for real. Exactly, right, Morgan? Exactly. I actually witnessed on a Facebook post that there was a couple that hated cats. Okay, they hated cats. They didn't own a cat. They didn't want a cat. They hated cats, and they decided to test this theory and post it on Facebook. And it was about them having a conversation about cats. And next thing you know, they got all kinds of ads about cats. So yes, absolutely, 100%. There is, technology is sort of listening in on this case and this world. So there is more to this Shanann Watts and Chris Watts event here, with Bella and Cece. Good movie, Snowden. I know, right? Honestly, I feel like I could rewatch that one over and over. It's such a good movie. It's so raw and real and honest, and I don't know. I need a quick pee break. I'll be right back to let you guys read that page. I was just sitting in front of Canadian Pacific Railway trains going by today. I was like, damn, another train. But I live in Train Central, Spike. Literally. They released footsteps of the watchers, shame no heartbeats to record. No, I definitely saw the footsteps thing on the phones and how much more activity and steps that Mr. Watts had, right? And his fluctuation on those exact days, like the 12th and the 13th kind of thing, right? Very monitored. Yeah, I see Canadian Pacifics, I see CN, and all kinds of other trains. The graffiti on them is kind of cool, I got to admit. Sometimes there's some pretty artistic people, although that is defacing property and against the law and illegal. There's some pretty good artists out there, not gonna lie. Train, the engines, not so much, but it's more the cars, the train cars that have the graffiti on them more than the engines. You know what I mean? But the engines are usually close to other people who are around the track and people who work in, the vicinity. So oh, my neck and back, seriously. They were going to do the gender reveal, and Nicole Atkinson was the only one who knew that it was a boy, I cannot imagine her pain either. I really do resonate with this woman. She was very much a go-getter like I am. She was soon to be what looked like going to be a single mother of 3. That was me at one time. The whole thing is just super sad. I think the only difference between her and I really necessarily is that like I don't trust men like she trusted her husband, you know? I barely trust people at all, to be honest, sometimes. Everybody seems to be, dishonest or unhappy or miserable, which is just sad all the way around. And I need positive energy around me because I'm trying to exhume that to everybody else. So negativity just does nothing but bring me down. And I'm tired of picking myself up, folks. I've been doing it for way too long. I don't need to do it anymore, Take care of myself, got my bills, got my works. Works. I got it. You know what I mean? Well, I'm happy that all of the ladies are able to kind of carry on. I know that Nicole had her new baby. I know that she was freshly married. It's nice that despite the tragedy, they can sort of turn to one another, those that are in solid, healthy relationships that are doing good, thriving. No pun intended. Hi, Gigi. Vegas chick, what are you saying? Oh, about Spike? We're trying to have a conversation about Wicked Watts. Okay, we're not talking about trains anymore. I appreciate you coming in and being funny and making light, blah, blah, blah. But I'm trying to run a show here right now, dude, or man, or woman, or come on, cut it. Thank you. I hope that was you that just exited. It does take two, Oh, Casey wanting another baby. Like I said, it's great if they're able to turn to one another. These ladies have been married, to their spouses and partners. Just because this happened to Shanann Watts doesn't mean everybody should stop living. Hi, Leslie. Your picture looks similar to Tracy's. That's so funny. Yeah, you kind of look like Tracy Ellis Roberts. That's cute. I'm happy for them that they're able to move on. It's my finger getting tired. Girl, my whole body is tired. I wish that the narrators didn't have to legally write out every single and ah and break the sentences, but I know that they legally have to document absolutely every single word that was said. C'est un petit peu fatigant, pareil. I've missed you too, Leslie. I'm so glad you made it, hun. So Cassie and Josh met through Thrive, and sounds like they're happily married, and I wish them nothing but the best, you know? Merci, Yvette. But it sounds like, you know, Josh and Cassie are thriving. In all honesty, the ladies are probably just trying to make her proud as she watches over them and, you know, from above them or whatever, right? I would imagine that she wants to see them thrive and be successful. Yeah, Nicole definitely asked about the Amber Alert. And now they're talking about how much money he spent on dinner. Oh, and I thought you meant Cassie, like Cassie from Christopher Watts' case. Sorry. Two different Cassies. Totally misunderstood you, girl. Well, that's just crazy. What I thought was really crazy for Canada is that, you know, Carla Homolka, who was convicted of helping Paul Bernardo kill like 4 women, you know, after she served her time, was, you know, hired in with a school and, you know, working around kids. I don't know. I thought that was a little bit shocking. Like, she should not be, after that kind of conviction of what she did, like, I don't think she should be allowed to be working with kids in a school. But well, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Oh, I was on the potty break. Sorry, hon. Yeah, the whole Chris thing makes me so angry too. For real. Like, he did not have to choose this option. You know, she had family to help and support her. She had strong will for organization in running her own business. She would have been immensely successful with or without him, you know? Yes, you are very new to this live chat, Spike, and welcome. I completely welcome you. But it would be nice for you to give us some feedback on what you think about this case and what we're actually talking about instead of trying to change the subject onto trains. Just saying. Whilst I appreciate the mixing up of conversation, it would be nice to kind of stay on topic, you know? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, Carl. How are you? My back is throbbing as I am here doing this for the last little bit, and then we're going to kill it for tonight. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. If there is anybody new to the channel here, hit that subscribe button. We have tons of interactive conversations here where everybody is welcome. It does not matter what age, race, sex, height, size, color, belief system, none of that matters here. Everybody is welcome, and you're allowed to express yourself entirely here. Just don't attack anybody else. That's all I ask. If you guys are enjoying going through the Christopher Watts case files and hanging out here Wednesdays, smash that like button, because I sure love that support from y'all. Not gonna lie. Totally love your support. And we all bring something different to the table, and I love the diversity that we have when we do that. So why wouldn't I say everybody is welcome when everybody brings a different perspective and a different thought and a different opinion? And I welcome each and every one of y'all's. So please stay, subscribe, hit that like, and tell me what you think. Hi, Ashley. What do you mean, cheesy homes? What are you talking about? Don't understand, honey. Got to be a little bit more descriptive than 2 words. Yeah, the open chats are awesome. I really try to pay attention to the comments too so that I can respond. And it is like we're hanging out, you know? Oh, my joke. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't even lift the one side of my lip like that, like Elvis does. I don't even know how to do that or how he does that. What time are you thinking, Carl? No, sorry, I'll be at work. Are you a mod again somewhere now, Gigi? If so, how is that going for you, hun? Because I know that I kind of threw you into it a little too harshly. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to be at work very early in the morning, so not going to work for me, dude. Have to be some other time. I'll pop in and say hi to you at work. How about that? I got to pick up a few things anyway. Can't find your dancers. What? Maud got Lisa too. I was just asking if you were a mod. I might be misunderstanding the conversation, though. Sorry. Yeah, this guy's had so many different freaking stories. They were just all laid out right there for you to read, right? I don't know what time it'll be, Carl, so if I see you, I see you. I don't want to bother you when you're working. I totally understand that. So we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't, we'll just make it for another time, okay? Who is Lisa, anyways? Do I know this channel or no? Biggest chick, you gotta go off to adult. All right, girl. Well, thanks for joining. I really appreciate your input, your commentary, hun. Very much enjoy spending some time here with you. We'll be back on Sunday to do our face-to-face live chitty chat, 1 p.m. Central Time, and then we'll be back again for Wicked Watts Wednesday on obviously Wednesday. 6 p.m. Central Time for that. We'll finish this up and then we'll quit for tonight. Well, we'll see what else is in this file, actually, but we'll probably quit for tonight after this. Loopy Lisa in England. Interesting. No, that's okay, Ashley. Totally cool that you asked that question. I was somebody that had covered sort of every aspect of this case, and there were people that were still wanting to see these case files, and I had never actually showed opening them. So we started at sort of square one, and I think we're more than halfway through now, and we've literally gone through visually showing you the opening of files and unzipping them. It takes up my computer space. I clean it up and delete it afterwards. But there was interest in a poll that I had given on the community tab in a post asking if there was interest in continuing to talk about Chris Watts's case. And that's where I got the feedback, hence why we're going through all the case files physically so that each and every one of you guys, it's almost as if you had ordered them yourself, but you don't have to take up the computer space, and you get to see them actually being open. You see that they're from Weld County. You know, you watch me enter my password and email and whatever. So Sunday is fun day. I agree. Woo, woo. I don't know if I got famous, but thanks, Susie. You're flattering. Very sad, but still interesting. And I mean, there were pieces that not everybody had even seen. Even since we've been opening them, I've had a few people, more than a few, come on and say, I've never seen this. And it might be kind of random where it's just like the neighborhood searches or passing out the flyers or the Amber Alert stuff or just pieces, bits and pieces that people had never really seen that weren't too terribly hugely important, but were very much a part of the aspect of the investigation. So, I mean, it's been educational and informative to do it this way. And as I know it, there isn't another channel that's actually doing it like I am, opening up the files and unzipping them and downloading them and showing them physically to you guys like this. So You're welcome, honey. Yeah, that enhanced video of the enhanced video was very, very awesome. I totally give my props to my guy up for that because, and I don't mean my guy as in like my man, I just mean my buddy, my friend, my guy, the one who helped me get all that information together and helped me enhance that footage and show it to you guys, show it to all of y'all. I couldn't have done it without him. So I'm super elated that he was even able to. It was my idea. I was like, can you enhance the enhanced footage? Because, you know, some people were saying they really just couldn't see anything of Nicole Kessinger. And to many others, we could see what very much looked like a ponytail and, you know, the hoodie and whatever on the person that was exiting the garage. So it looks as though it was Nicole Kessinger that was there. And because the case was shut so quickly, we never got the GPS coordinates. We didn't find out if the warrant was actually issued in order to, you know, acquire those GPS coordinates of Nicole Kessinger. And there was never a polygraph that was done. So there's a lot of suspicion around her involvement, you know? You have to go, Carl? Okay, have a good night. Oh, you're so sweet, Ashley. Thank you, hon. No, it's been fun to do it this way. In all honesty, my technological skills were not very sharp when I first started doing all of Christopher Watts's case stuff. So it was a lot of my own commentary, and of course some of the documented information from Weld County because I ordered the case files. But I recently, I guess in the last few months, was able to figure out how to share the page so that you're able to see it the way you do now. And we've been off and running ever since. Yeah, that's true, Gigi. Hi, Collie23DZ. I would appreciate it if you didn't call me baby, though. Thank you. My name is Sherry. Not talking to anybody like press or media or anything. Yeah. I say hun or honey just to be nice to people, especially if they're elderly or just being really sweet, you know? No, darling is all right. Darling is all right. It's just the whole baby thing. Like, it just sounds like, no. Sorry. Yeah, if I'm talking to a woman or something too, I'll call her hun, you know? Oh, I definitely think that there was no lie detector because, well, well, for more than a few reasons, okay? Like, yes, the case was open and closed kind of pretty quickly, but It seemed as though Nicole Kessinger certainly had some backup and support, and we don't really know how high up that actually goes. Um, there's been some rumors about there possibly being a payout or something that happened um, conspicuously or whatever, and secretively. But we don't have any proof to actually say that actually happened. Um, So it's really difficult to say why, there wasn't more done because of the amount of lies that we can see from the get-go, from the moment that woman opened her mouth. It was lie after lie after lie. And, we could see the evidence as far as the Google searches and the wedding dress stuff and looking up Amber Fry stuff. I mean, it just, you know, her whole like trying to cover her tracks and make sure that she's talking to Chris Watts by quizzing him with a question only he would know the answer to make sure she's talking to him and not an officer or something. Like the whole thing just, and everything that was deleted before she even got into the office to give her supposed all the information that she had about Chris Watts. Well, she sure as hell had a lot more before she deleted a bunch of stuff, right? So it's difficult to say how much involvement, if any, or what the woman had when we are only getting pieces to the puzzle and not all of the story, right? I think that when information is set and made to be public, it should all be public within reason as far as not actually witnessing the crime. We don't actually need to see the deed done kind of thing, but for some, that's all they wanted, right? For how long we were hearing about people saying, why can't we just see the footage? Like, come on, you sicko. Why do you want to watch him kill her? I mean, we obviously know what happened. She was found in the middle of the Survey 319 site, right? So there's no argument there. But whatever, like I said, I really feel like I wish it could have all been made public within reason, but we didn't get all the pieces to the puzzle, so we're kind of left guessing and talking and debating and thinking and doing it all over again, you know? How does she even go outside and apply for a job or shop or anything? Honestly, I remember in one of the documents that she was talking with the officers, you guys, where she was saying that she could actually work from home for this same like oil company, or there was an affiliated company that she could work from home with. So, I mean, she could be making still a shit ton of money while sitting at home and have gotten away with doing something heinous to these girls or helping Chris dispose of everything. But we have no idea because she wasn't polygraphed and we don't even know where the hell she was. All we know is that her phone pinged in Frederick on August 13th at 6:30 in fucking morning. Excuse my French. It just bothers me to no end that it just feels like we're never going to fully get it all. So we're just left to guess for the rest of our lives. Like, geez, it really sucks because I think so many of us would be able to let this go if we could just see some of that evidence that really did exonerate Nicole Kessinger and that she did have nothing to do with it, if that's the case. But we're left guessing, and it looks like she did have something to do with it, and we're just stuck because we didn't get all the info. So not really fair to her, not really fair to the public, but I mean, guess that depends on what the full story really is, right? How can that be dismissed so easily? Who knows? Who freaking knows? Not gonna lie. Because higher up officials aren't holding them accountable? I don't know. Are they working together? I don't know. We're really left in the dark, you guys. Despite so much public information, we didn't get enough in order to be able to see if justice was fully served. Who owned what company? If you're talking about Nicole, no, she did not own that company with Jim. Her dad owned that company, though. Spike, we're not being mean, but I've already told you once, twice, 3 times. Could you just stop? Like, I mean, we just want to talk about the Christopher Watts case, and I get it that you're trying to be funny and you're trying to be a troll, and that's really cute and all that for you. But we'd like to stay on topic, and we're enjoying our conversation. So cut it out, please. Oh, I definitely think time will tell, and we're going to get some more information to this. But what information are we going to get? I don't know. With all the rumors that there's more information that's going to be released, it just bothers me why they couldn't just release that all at the same freaking time. Why did they have to do it in chunks? Why did it have to be done ass backwards, where we got stuff that was pertinent to like nothing, on the second discovery versus the first? Like the flyer distribution, that should have been released on the first discovery. That should have been like the beginning of how they were doing things. Instead, we got it on the second discovery. So I don't really understand. I know he says he's 16, but I'm kind of pretty much telling him like, ha 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 about the trains. It's really fun and nice that you want to joke around, and I enjoy your mixing it up, but we're trying to stay on topic and have a bit of a conversation here. But that you can see how old he is by what he's doing, or she, I don't even know. Oh, there's definitely a reason, Susie. Whether or not we're actually going to get to hear what that is a completely different freaking story. So this was the end of the transcript for Nicole Atkinson Uthoff's interview. Oh, that's cute. Well, we don't really need to see that anyway. We don't need to see that anyway. Well, that's not where I wanted to go.